The latest grant we've received from the foundation was a $1,000 grant to help diversify our library. We worked really closely with our librarians, Jenny McKnight and Ginny Alleman, and our racial and educational justice team to purchase books that kids could see themselves in.
Definitely we've seen a lot more diversity in our community. I know district-wide we have 94 languages that are spoken by our students. We know that language is such an important part of culture, and so it's a great way to welcome and embrace that richness of diversity that we have in our community.
When students see themselves in books, they learn to value themselves. A few years ago, we were reading Washington Children's Choice Picture Book Award books, and we read a book about a cat called Kun Kush, who escaped Syria as a refugee with his family. The aha moment for me was when our young student, he got to see himself reflected, his family and traditions reflected in a book. When the opportunity for the grants come up, I really want to add to that collection so that we can have those aha moments in our library.
I had a student who only spoke Portuguese, and I looked in our catalog and found that we only had 2 books in Portuguese in the whole district. We wrote the grant and received $2,500 to buy books in 12 different languages, and a committee of librarians got together to purchase the books. Since we share it through the district, it's a way to have a larger collection that's not quite as expensive for one school.
I remember we got one of the grants from the schools, and I was so interested in it because they had expressed that some of the books in the classroom didn't actually represent the kids in the classrooms. I want kids to be able to see themselves in books and say, I can do this, like I can grow up and be whatever I want to be.
One thing I've seen is when students find a book in their home language and they're just so excited. I really feel like this collection helps students feel like their language is valued because we have those books in the collection.
If we wouldn't have received the grant from NSF, we wouldn't be able to have nearly the collection that we do for our students to have access to. We have so many wish lists that are put forward from our librarians, from our racial and educational justice team, from our music department, and from all of our classroom teachers, that books that represent our student body. So it's so important that we have those, and without the grant, we just wouldn't have nearly the collection that we're able to have for our students.
This is my son, Troy. He goes to West Elementary School. He's a 5th grader. And I would say that he's one of the reasons why I want to make sure for other kids like himself and other families are able to come to us to be able to get the support. This is why we do what we do in the foundation. We want to make sure that no kid is left behind.
Thank you, Northshore Schools Foundation, for providing this grant to all of our students and our staff. It means so much to us.
Thank you to the Northshore Schools Foundation for the grant that allowed us to create this collection with dozens of books in 12 different languages.
I just really want to thank you for supporting racial and educational justice and all our learners.